Okay, here we are asked to rationalize the denominator of the fraction 1 over square root 5 minus square root 2. Before we start, let's just compare this fraction with another fraction that we did just now. So just now, we were asked to rationalize the denominator of 5 over square root 11. So if we compare this fraction 5 over square root 11 with this fraction 1 over square root 5 minus square root 2, we realize that there are two terms in the denominator of 1 over square root 5 minus square root 2. Whereas just now we just have 5 over square root 11, which is just one term in the denominator. And for just now, what we did was we just multiply 5 over square root 11 with square root 11 over square root 11. Okay, why did we do this? We did this because we want to remove the square root sign in the denominator. So just now we multiply by square root 11 in the denominator. But of course we can't just do that. The numerator has to be square root 11 as well, so that this fraction that we are actually multiplying here is just 1. So this won't change the value of the original fraction. So now for this 1 over square root 5 minus square root 2, we can borrow some ideas from the previous question. So let's see. We have 1 over square root 5 minus square root 2. So what do we have to multiply here? We have to multiply by a fraction. And this fraction, its denominator must be able to do the job of removing the square root signs in the denominator of the original fraction. But the other thing is the numerator must be of the same expression as the denominator. So what is this denominator going to be like? So we actually have to recall something that we learned earlier. So we learned that a minus b times a plus b gives me a squared minus b squared. This is a very nice expression to have, because this a squared minus b squared will mean that if I apply it to my current situation, the square is going to remove the square root signs. So no more square root sign in the denominator after I multiply something. So I need to borrow this idea over here. So in this case, since the denominator has a negative sign, which is square root 5 minus square root 2, and now if I want to apply this idea, I need this expression over here to be a plus expression. So what do I mean? This expression over here must be square root 5 plus square root 2. So if I look at these two, this is exactly the case of a minus b, a plus b. And the numerator has to be the same expression as well, because like this case here, we want to keep the fraction value to be the same. So if you combine this fraction, we find this product, we have square root 5 entire thing square because of the a square over here, and square root 2 entire thing square just like the b square over here. And this square is going to remove the square root sign in the denominators. And we leave you to continue on your own.